Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I'm in my office. It's only, well, it's not quite 8 o'clock, but I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I did get up fairly early and I worked all day, and I just don't have enough time in the day to do all the things in my head. And it kind of can get me depressed a little bit because I just want to do so much. I want to. It feels good to do all the things that are in my head. But there's just no way it's possible. And I don't know how to fix that because my mind just wants to keep doing more creative things. But it's only 24 hours in a day. And there's really nothing that I want to eliminate. I don't want to eliminate taking walks with Rocket. You know, I would like that. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I just wish there was nothing else for me to do. But I have to do those things. I did tell Joe that I didn't want to go to the meeting tonight. He could have still gone, but he was tired too. He had he calls it his class, outpatient, trying to think of that word, outpatient treatment center thingy today. And, you know, he was tired when he got back. And he took a nap, and then he worked for me. He works for me, and it's going so good. That whole thing is going good. And he earns, you know, a little bit of extra money to help pay his bills, which his only two bills that he is responsible for are his car insurance and his phone, and then gas. So he's been earning gas money with me. He picks up little jobs here and there when he can to do some other things, but it's very limited as to what now he can pick up because of his balance and his dizziness and his tiredness. I mean, he obviously cannot go on roofs, not even on a ladder. So, you know, doing what he can. He does what he can, but it's so helpful to have him, and that gives me all new ideas. Now, he has been sorting for me for quite a while, but then we weren't together for quite a while, and then now he's back to doing that for me. The new thing he has been doing is I buy a lot of fat quarters so I can use those to create now the new scrap packs. But even my 5-inch squares, 2-inch squares. Now I'm doing 3-inch squares. Also, that's hard to say, 3-inch squares. And by, you know, getting fat quarters, which costs me more in the long run, but I can get a lot more prints. I don't have to buy yardage or, God forbid, bolts. I used to buy entire bolts, and I could get them still not all that cheap through the manufacturers, but it's a lot of fabric. Back in the day, I was selling a ton. Anyway, those fat quarters come all folded, and different manufacturers fold them different ways. And it's a pain in the ass to press them. But if I want to cut, you know, 2-inch squares and 3-inch squares and 5-inch squares, and sometimes I even cut 8-inch squares out of fat quarters, I have to have them pressed, because those are precision cut as best as a human can do. So he's pressing them for me, and it's piecework. And it actually brings him some peace. I know that's a different kind of peace, but he feels so much better knowing he has stuff he can do. I mean, he'll be like, what do you have for me tomorrow for stacking and all that stuff? I'm like, I've got you. But I mean, we're just going through scrap packs like crazy. And I just gave him all the pieces to cut 100-piece scrap packs, 100 different prints. I think this is going to be the second one that we do. I think the first one might have one left. Anyway, as you guys know, this goes to my exclusive shoppers first. The $10 members, they get the lowest price on fabric. The $5 members get the leftovers that trickle down to them. It's a little bit of a higher price, and then per yard or per piece or whatever I sell. And then I move it to eBay at the higher price, the highest price of the 3 price points that I have. So with me, it's not like other stores where it starts out at one price and then it goes down and then it might go down again. Mine starts low and goes up. And I don't know anybody else who does that, but it works really well for me. So if you're interested in any of that, there's always a description, a link in the description of my videos. I am so tired, so tired. He just went to the store, he, meaning Joe, to get his milk and bananas. And I thought I would record while he was gone, but then I took Rocket out, and it's so nice out. It's cool and it's breezy. And so I was like, oh, I'll record while he's gone, and it'll make me keep it short. But now he might come in at any time. And I probably will just sign off. I just wanted something because I think I've missed 2 days in a row. So I have some new panels that came in too. I need to put those in my store for my members. And then when it moves to eBay, I'll be cutting those. I think I'll do one and then another. I can't even remember what they are. I have not opened the package. It's been here for like 2 days. But I know I bought a whole bunch of one and a whole bunch of another, and I love doing that, cutting the panel up. So that's coming up. I have to do my scrappy Afghan pieces and figure out if I'm going to do my slip stitch edging around those. It's a whole lot of steps doing that, and it's a whole lot of pieces, but I want to start joining them and just get an idea of how I'm going to do that. I don't really know. And there's, a lot more coming up. So if you want to consider being an exclusive shopper, oh, I just remembered the other thing. Okay, I'll tell you. You can go. And that made me remember that I'm actually considering doing some exclusive content for my patrons and YouTube members. Now, when I started, it was just Patreon. I didn't have the YouTube memberships yet. That didn't exist at the time. I started because I wanted to be able to swear in my videos. And, I thought people on YouTube wouldn't like it if I swore. And I'm right for... a lot of people, they don't like that, but I don't care anymore. So anyway, I used to do my swearing videos for my exclusive shoppers, but I was up to like 400 exclusive videos, and it made me sick thinking of all the time and energy I was putting into that, and they weren't monetized. They were unpublished and exclusive just for my patrons at the time, And so I had to stop doing it. And then I thought about, because there's some things that I still want to talk about and say, but some people are weird when you talk personal online. They don't get that it's an online world now. And I'm comfortable with what I talk about. People are uncomfortable if I talk about money and earnings. I used to have a whole series of showing you guys my earnings every month. Did that, I think, for 3 years. And then I got so much hate for it. Or you just think you're so, full of shit with all this money shit, and all you're in it for is the money. And yes, it's what I'm in it for. It's my job. I just believe that you should enjoy your job. I think because people think that I love what I do, that I should just be doing it out of the kindness of my heart. Now I got bills to pay and retirement to save for. I want a nice nest egg, so hopefully I don't have to go into a nursing home one day. But I could have help come in. Anyway, so I thought about it, but, like I said, I do daily chats with my people, but it's all typed. It's a lot of typing sometimes. And I thought I would just like to be able to sit down once in a while and say, you know what? Oh my goodness, Patreon has a new thing, and I haven't really looked at it. Something about you can offer something for a certain amount, but then I don't know if it's a one-time thing or if it gets you in, but then you can cancel. I'm going to have to look into that. I don't want to tell people, come on in and be a patron and an exclusive member and you're going to get all the fucking tea. I'll spill all the fucking tea about anybody I want to spill the tea about. So, But I can't make promises of saying I'll give you guys exclusive content because I absolutely can't. Any recording I do needs to be monetized because, again, that's how I make my living. But every now and then I wouldn't mind just saying, here's the scoop, and talking about it instead of typing it out. I don't know. It's all in this brain space somewhere between my fingers. There's something in there constantly going on. And I think I'm going to hang up now. I do, because I don't know what else to talk about. I didn't know what I was going to talk about in the first place. But I know Joe will be coming in, and I might have to make room in the fridge for milk. It's surprising how much room one other person can take in the refrigerator. When it's me, it's just milk, butter on the top shelf, and then meat in containers in the middle. Did I tell you guys? I didn't. Remember, I don't know, a few weeks back, I told you there was a sale at Kroger, and I went into Kroger's and I bought 15 pounds of butter. It was $2 off each butter as long as you bought 3 or more. The butter was $4.49, $2 off. I was getting it for $2.49. And I went in, I believe I bought 15. And the next day I went back and bought 30 more pounds. So I have 45 pounds of butter. And I looked to see when that ended because I wanted to go back, but I missed the sale. I wanted 5 more pounds. I just wanted to say I bought 50 pounds of butter. But I bought 45 pounds of butter. So I don't have to buy butter for a little bit. And it takes up one whole crisper. We have a drawer at the bottom of the refrigerator, you know, the crisper. You open the door. I can't open it because another door is in the way. So we have to open that door to open the crisper door, and it still is kind of against the wall or something. So I only put stuff there that we hardly ever have to touch, like Joe keeps his extra insulin in there, and now we have a lot of butter in there, and he's here now. I'm recording. I'll be done in 1 minute. Anyway, so I have that filled with butter, and then the whole bottom shelf to the back I have filled with butter, and 45 pounds of butter. And I've already gone through quite a bit of it. All right, he's back. I'm going to go find room in the fridge for the milk. I'm sure I have room. All right, you guys. Yeah, ideas about exclusive content. I will have to look into the new thing, though, that Patreon is doing. I didn't have any reason to look into it, but I'm going to give it a shot. Because then somebody who doesn't like the more personal stuff wouldn't have to watch it, right? If you do like the personal stuff and you want to tell me, fuck all those who give you shit about it, go ahead. I don't care. Because I have so many things I want to talk about. All right, you guys, that's it for now. I still didn't talk to Joe about his neurology appointment. I will talk to him tonight, and then I can come in and fill you in on that. But I do have crafty things on the way too. Okay, subscribe. That's free. It's not a YouTube membership thing. That's free. You subscribe, and supposedly the universe will send you notices when I upload. I don't get notices. I'm subscribed to a lot of people. I don't get notices, so I don't know how to do that. All right, subscribe. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.